that the new incursion will guarantee 240 drops and 214 for hard every incursion completion. Meaning you could do it multiple times, 100 times a week, and earn 100 240 gear set pieces. So, let's just get started with the basic information we found out from the Bubisoft blog. What kind of new items are you introducing with 1.2? With Conflict, we are introducing new high-end weapons and 4 new gear sets. The gear sets are Final Measure, it's a new defensive set, Hunter's Faith is a new long-range set, Predator's Mark is a new support set, and Lone Star is a DPS gear set. I was completely wrong across the board as towards my predictions of what these are. I'm glad we have a little bit more of a clarification here, but within the next few days, I'm sure they're going to give us the exact talents, just like they did with the previous gear sets a few days before release. Now, we do know that some of the new high-end weapons that are coming out, one was confirmed from the trailer. This was the AA-12 automatic shotgun, so maybe some more will leak through. We will see. How does hijacking extractions work in the Dark Zone? Players will now be able to interrupt an extraction by cutting the rope to have all of the attached loot bags drop to the ground. Defend your extractions to ensure it does not get stolen. Will I go rogue by hijacking? Yes, you will go rogue by hijacking. Now, I'm no psychic, but I foresee a lot of flashbangs, a lot of sticky bomb usage, turrets being thrown down for those trying to hijack. It's going to be an interesting way for things to change. I also saw a 45-second counter for the departure of the extraction taxi. So, don't know how I feel about that. A minute and a half to wait for it to get there, 45 seconds for it to leave. I don't know, it seems like a lot of additional time that you need to just stay around doing nothing. We have another cool change to the Dark Zone though, and they are sealed caches. So what are sealed caches and where are they found? Named enemies will have a chance to drop sealed caches in the Dark Zone. They contain mystery items, which will include gear, Division Tech, and Dark Zone funds. They do need to be extracted because they are contaminated. This is going to add a unique aspect to it, some more gambling, some more kind of reward feels, and enhance the experience overall for loot. So even if you do have full 204 weapons, there's no real room for upgrades, this can still benefit you in the forms of Division Tech, Dark Zone funds, and other things, so it's still kind of a cool little twist on extraction. For some open world love, what are search and destroy missions, and how do you get access to them? You can find the search and destroy missions in the safe houses of named zones once all side missions and encounters have been completed. The missions lead you to the locations in the open world where groups of enemies are located. There are both daily and weekly high-value target contracts, and some require a group to complete. So, if you caught anything right here, and you do not have a complete map clear, that is something you want to prioritize before this releases on May 24th. You got a week to get out there and knock out all encounters and all side missions so that you can start participating in search and destroy missions as soon as 1.2 launches. Last and definitely where most of my arousal comes from, what loot can I expect for completing Clear Sky? On hard mode, you can expect high-end items with a 204 gear score and gear set items with a 214 gear score every time you complete the mission. Challenge mode rewards you with gear score 204 high-end items and 240 gear set pieces every time you complete it. Both difficulties grant you double rewards the first time you complete the incursion every week. So unlike the first Falcon Lost incursion, Clear Sky is going to give you those 240s every time you do it, no longer just the first time each week for a character. That gear is no longer locked behind a weekly reset. You now have the freedom to repeat the challenge incursions as many times as you'd like on one character and get in-game gear, and this is amazing. They promised us more gear, more ways to obtain gear, and they definitely delivered. I fully expect this to be adopted by Falcon Lost. I have a few reasons to support this theory. Now, one, if they didn't do this, Falcon Lost would be obsolete. That would be a sad thing to see, but it's understandable. It's not like it doesn't happen in gaming. Now, the reason I think this is going to come together, and 240s will drop every time you complete challenge incursions on Falcon Lost or Clear Sky, is because they have the same level requirements. Both of them are going to be equally difficult. They're going to have level 34 NPCs on challenging, so it's not like they're different and there's a major gap between the gear or difficulty there. Now, also, I'm thinking that because there are two different types of gear sets for each time they have released an incursion, maybe you can only obtain Sentry's Call, Tactician, so on and so forth from doing Falcon Lost, and you can farm 240s now. And for the new one with Clear Sky, you can get the 4 new gear sets, and that's pretty cool. There's going to be a reason to do both of them and get whatever types of gears you want. I think the only complaint from here on out is stash size. So give me your feedback. What do you think about all of this news? Is it good? Are you excited? Is this kind of giving you more restored faith inside of the developers? What do you honestly feel and think about this news? Stay tuned. Like I said, lots of new information are going to be coming out leading up to the release on May 24th. We're going to have full gear sets, dissections, all kinds of things. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Take care.